This is my new mid-month market update that we have added because the Temecula Valley real estate market is changing rapidly. Last month, prices fell in all three cities, Menifee, Murrieta, and Temecula. Is the trend continuing in September? We'll dive into it. Hi, Jessica Genung here with Active Realty and the Genung team. Thank you so much for stopping by our channel where we make a new video every single week telling you everything you need to know about the local housing market. Getting right to it. Because the housing market has been changing so rapidly, we are adding this mid-month market report until things start to settle down a little bit. I pulled these numbers from my MLS and we are going to be looking at what's happening month to date from September 1st to September 17th with two stats. We're going to look at median sales price and days on market. There are some very interesting results here and we are not down across the board so far this month like we were last month. I'll discuss briefly how the local housing market feels currently in our business. As I mentioned last month in my market report with stats that went through the end of August, it feels like the market is picking back up a little bit. We have been up against multiple offers again, especially on nicer properties and especially on pool homes. My latest client to get pre-approved for a 30-year fixed mortgage was quoted 5.75% from my lender who has the best rates, and that was paying no points. My lenders have very competitive rates, but the average 30-year mortgage just hit 6.02%, which is more than double what it was a year ago, and that has now hit a 14-year high. You can get a lower rate if you are willing to pay points to buy down the rate, or if the seller is willing to pay for this rate buy down. For listings that are aging on the market, not brand new listings, we are seeing lots of willingness on the part of sellers to offer some closing cost assistance and rate buy down credits. It is so tricky right now to decide if it is worth paying points to buy down your rate. If the seller is paying, or you're buying a brand new construction home and the builder is paying this fee to lower your interest rate, then sure, why not? But if you are paying out of pocket, the dilemma that homebuyers are currently facing is what if rates go back down dramatically in a few months and then you decide to refinance? If this happens, then you are out the money that you spent to buy down the rate. It's a tough call to make, and I am not a mortgage professional and I am not able to advise on that decision. And even if I was a mortgage professional, nobody knows what the future holds and exactly what the Fed is going to do. Speaking of the Fed, you likely heard about the latest inflation numbers, the consistently higher than expected readings in the consumer price index. They continue to devastate the stock market, which sent the S&P 500 down over 1,000 points a week ago Tuesday, which was its worst day since June of 2020. In the most recent inflation report, consumer prices rose 8.3%. Some analysts believe that we would have seen the CPI come in under 8% in large part because gas prices have come down so much. But other types of inflation remains alarmingly high. Year over year, grocery prices are up 14%, cars 10%, rent 7%. Income, meanwhile, is only up about 5%. Jerome Powell has already warned of some pain ahead, and the expectation is they will raise the federal funds rate again when they meet next, which is right around the time that this video is set to publish. I'm going to pin the results of the meeting at the top of the comments. The projection is that they are going to raise the federal funds rate another 75 basis points, but we shall see. Let's now take a look at what happened in our local housing market month to date. Murrieta and Menifee's sales price has declined further, and this is the interesting part, Temecula's median sales price has rocketed upwards. Again, we're only about halfway through the month, but we are going to start. Let's start with Murrieta. So last month, you will see here, we had a median sales price of $655,000. Well, the median sales price month to date is coming down to $631,250. So we're still coming down quite a bit in Murrieta. Also, I'm going to throw in another side stat about list price. Are we closing above list price still? Are we closing below? This is a little bit of a mixed bag as well. So in Murrieta, the list price in September so far was $639,500. So as you can see, it's coming down. Prices are being negotiated down about $8,000 or so, rough math. Okay, let's move on to median days on market. Last month in August, we had 19 median days on market, and now in September, we're gonna have 25 days. So days on market is increasing, so it makes sense that the price would be decreasing. Let's take a look at Menifee. So in August last month, the median sales price, we're right here, was $568,000, and the median sales price in Menifee is also coming down in September. So it is going to be coming down to $556,250, and that is kind of on trend with what's been going on in Menifee. Taking a look at days on market. So last month in August, we had 21 days on market. Days on market is increasing as well for Menifee, so it makes sense again that prices are decreasing if days on market are increasing. That's my dog chomping around. Lastly, let's take a real quick look at the list price. So this one was also kind of interesting for Menifee. So the average list price so far in September has been $553,500. So you can see here that actually Menifee, although prices are coming down, it's the average currently is about $3,000 over list price. So prices aren't getting negotiated down as much as they were. All right, moving over to Temecula. So this is the big news, kind of the anomaly of the report. I found this one very interesting. So back to median sales price. Last month, it had plunged a lot month over month last month to $720,000. But now, halfway through this month, I show it bouncing back up to $770,000. So that is a $50,000 increase in just a half a month so far. So I thought that was very interesting. Days on market, let's go ahead and hop down here, 20 days. This month, it's staying steady at 20 days on market. The last stat that we're gonna look at for Temecula here briefly is the list price. So are the offers being negotiated up or down from the list price? They are being negotiated down. So the list price in September so far, the median list price has been $772,000. So they're getting negotiated down $2,000, so barely down. So for the fun of it, how about we make some predictions down below in the comments? So we're only halfway through the month. So do you think that this trend is going to continue? Is Murrieta and Menifee going to continue to decline for the whole month? And is Temecula going to continue to skyrocket? Or do you think that's going to level out a little bit? Let's make some predictions. Would love to know what you think. I'll see you on my video next week. Bye-bye.